Happy New Year, everyone out there in YouTube land. This is Phoenix Draconis coming with you with another video review, the first of 2021. Now, this week's video is today's video is going to be Transformers Earthrise, War for Cybertron Trilogy's Bluestreak. And just looking at him, still within the box, and as you can tell from the ties on here, he has yet to be opened. So he is looking so fucking awesome. I mean, man, I've seen reviews from other reviewers about this, and he is very hard to find because this is a Walgreens exclusive. So for those that don't have a Walgreens in your area, you may need to try and go through the secondary market or through like Walgreens.com. Hopefully you'll be able to find it through the website, though of course I didn't have much success, and this was a total shock when I wound up seeing him when I made a trip to Walgreens one time. I wasn't really expecting to look for him anyway. And boom! I went ahead and snagged him. So there he is, and wow. So you can tell just from the regular Earthrise motif that's on this. You got his name on the right side. He is number WFC E38. I'm trying to see because E32. Sorry. Oh, you know what? Let's just zoom in on that real quick. Yeah, E32. Goodness. Yeah, my eyes aren't what they used to be. But nonetheless, it is flipping awesome. Now, you have to excuse me, the bracket that I'm using on this ring light, and I was able to adjust it to where there wasn't so much of a glare, but there's still a glare all the time. It tends to give me some shit in this case, so again, you have to forgive me on that. But nonetheless, I am liking this so far. So let's go ahead and take a look at his box. And there's his box art. And that is really awesome. You know, he's preparing for battle and whatnot. You know, a totally different look from Sideswipe. Though I have yet to get him because I know he comes with Ironhide. So, you know, if I do wind up getting him, you know, that'd be great. Though I may wind up doing something with Ironhide's feet. I know there's an upgrade kit somewhere for that. I think it was the Lazy Eyebrow reviewer that went ahead and did a 3D print to basically where the foot will, when transformed into vehicle mode, will actually be the back of, you know, his vehicle mode, and it blends in very well. And then of course, you know, you make the adjustments, you know, in robot mode, and it looks pretty awesome. So we'll see what happens, but that's another figure for another time if I ever get it. Let's go ahead and go to Bluestreak, and there he is with the product shots. Very nice. I'm really liking it. One of the things I have missed, you know, in this series is the cards, or, you know, the tech spec information. You know, that was one of the cool things about G1. You know, that it had a brief bio of the character and also his tech spec readouts. So, but hey, things change, you know. So let's go ahead and turn him around once more. There we go. And wow, I cannot wait to get him opened up. So let's go ahead and without any further ado, let's open him up. And to loosely quote Optibotimus, let's see how cool he really is. Alright, there he is, out of his box and ready for battle. And man, yeah, he is very awesome looking. Much like his wave mate, Smokescreen, the transformations are very similar. So there's probably going to be some areas that I'm probably going to go ahead and just gleam over just a bit. But as you can tell, he's got a lot of nice posability. And I'm going to zoom in on his face sculpt because he's got a very, very nice looking face. Now, the one thing about Bluestreak here is, granted, I know Hasbro was trying to go for the G1 aesthetic, on this, and at least try and get them somewhat tune accurate in a way, but the horns on him, if I remember the original character design, they're kind of molded in, and they're more like, they're more tapered off, not straight edged like Prowl was. Though I have yet to get Prowl, like I said before. And there goes that camera again. Oh my goodness. Okay, so yeah, but I mean, he is awesome looking. Let's go ahead and get him back to where he was. So let's go ahead and do some quick articulation. Well, I'm just going to show him off just a bit. And that. Now, I don't know. I mean, beforehand I was looking at him. He kind of looked like he was smiling. So, of course, that may be just me. But I don't know. I guess it depends on the distance. Yeah, it's the positioning. From this position, looking down at him, it looks like he's smiling. But as you get closer up, his expression kind of changes. See? He's more stoic in a way. But look at that detailing on him. Not just his face sculpt, but the body of him. Very, very nice. I like the clear, transparent, light blue headlights on him. Some really good molded detail on here. Now, I know I gotta assume that Toy Hacks is gonna make some repo labels to offset, or at least add on some tail lights, but it looks like they painted that on themselves already. Perhaps even a bumper sticker, or not bumper sticker, but a license plate in the back. As you can tell, he's got some really molded detail, really good molded detail in the midsection, the crotch piece, the thighs, the calves, even the paint on this. Now, there was something that I was kind of disappointed in with Sunstreak. I mean, with not Sunstreak. I'm sorry, Smokescreen, is that they did not paint the rims on there. I may go ahead and do that myself. I don't know, but there was someone that I saw showcase this on Reddit, that they made caps for this area here. So that was just for Smokescreen, mind you. Now, I may just wind up going ahead, taking off the wheels and painting that gray portion silver, and then popping them back on. So I may go ahead and do that. Who knows? But I mean, look at that. And then as we turn him around, you see some really great detail on the inside, very much like smoke screens, and I'm pretty sure Prowl will have that as well. And seeing as how I think I've got that that 2-pack Galactic Warrior set that features punch, counter punch, and barricade. Barricade probably has a Dotson mode like these guys, so I'm pretty sure they're going to be like that as well. Now you do see some really good molded detail when the light hits it through the clear plastic on here. Now this is the only thing that I've heard a lot of people have gripes about, is the hollowness in here. However, that being said, it is more than likely going to transform the same way as Smokescreen did, but at the same time I think it got modeled after the way the transformation was done with the Masterpiece line. And like I said, I think I said this earlier, I happen to have a Masterpiece streak, so I'm going to pop him out momentarily or through the course of this video so we can do some comparisons as well. Sorry, I had to go ahead and take a swig. Anyway, so now that we saw the details on this figure, let's go ahead and get down to articulation. So as you can tell, his head is on, wow, a rather tight ball joint, and he can do 360. He can look right, left, up. Yes, he can look down. His arms can go 360. Mine's is extremely stiff. He can bend his arm out. He does have, wow, he does have bicep rotation. His arms can bend at a little over 90 degrees. He does have wrist rotation. Wow, this thing is extremely stiff. He does have waist rotation. He can kick up at about 90 degrees. He can kick back very, very, very much. There's I'm assuming it's gotta be around back here where it's hitting the other piece of plastic there. So, but he can bend at over 90 degrees, but that's due to transformation. He's got a tail bend out, down, but again, that may be due to transformation. And he's got an ankle tilt. So, it is, and I'm going to try and get him situated. There we go. Yeah, it's kind of silly. Alright, so I did say I wasn't planning on doing this, but you know what? I'm just going to go ahead and transform him. So I'm going to zoom out just a bit, point this camera down, and hopefully it will behave itself and not move around so much. So there we go. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and take off. Oh, almost forgot. Shoot. Let's go ahead and take off some of his weapons. We're gonna go ahead and start with the rifle, and look at that detail. Now, I do know that it's got the little caved in areas, but this looks really good. Very reminiscent of his G1 weapon. And of course, you got these little 5 or 3 millimeter pegs on either side, but that's to go ahead and attach the shoulder cannons onto it for like a type of mega weapon, which I don't know if I'm going to do. I don't think so, but that is his rifle. And speaking of the cannons, and sorry Streak, I didn't mean to knock you down. I'm going to go ahead and just take off one of your shoulder cannons. I'll leave you laying there for a bit. And there it is. That's not bad looking. I like how it's angled out because of the way the body is molded now. It's no longer flat as it once was. It's angled out, especially in robot mode. So, and you got the little ports right here that go on either side. So you're gonna go ahead and put that on the side here, like so. You know what? I'm gonna go ahead and take off this other one too. There we go. And I'm gonna put that mega weapon right there. And there it is. Whoa! Jesus Christ. Frickin' Butterfingers today. Alright, so there he is with the mega weapon. Not too bad, but again, this is maybe the only time you'll actually see this on here. I normally just don't put the weapons all together unless it's part of a combiner, and even then, So, okay. So now that is done, you can go ahead and put the hands down like so. Alrighty. Yay. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and start off with, I want to say, yes. And go ahead and just push the head down through, lifting this part up. There we go. Now this piece here, there's a piece right here that pretty much makes up the top of the hood here. So that's going to be on there. At the same time though, what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and we're going to come to the feet real quick. We're going to go ahead and flip these panels up like so, and that's going to bury itself in this portion here. Now at the same time, we're going to go ahead and flip these heel spurs up. Like so. Now we're going to go ahead and put this back section of the car up on itself, and we're going to snap it in together. Now there is a pig right here. It's going to go into that port right there. And there's a clear pig over here, and that's going to go into that port right there. But because it is clear, do be careful. Last thing you want to do is break your toy. There. Now that is done, we're going to go ahead and there we go. Now we're going to go ahead and fold this in. Oh, one other thing. I did forget to do something. Stupid me. We gotta twist the waist around 180. Now! And I'm gonna try and get this. There we go. Slide that in there. Alright, now that this back portion is done, we're going to go ahead and put these arms in. Now, one thing we're going to do is put the doors in real quick. Now, we're going to go ahead and put the arms up. Well, actually, put the arms I don't know what the hell I'm doing today. Oh yeah, we gotta turn these around. Okay, so now that the arms are around to where they are kind of flushed with this curve here, now we're gonna go ahead and turn these around so that way the arms are sticking up, and we're going to go ahead and put the arms down like so. Now, one thing that I didn't mention earlier, and I probably should have, there is a, let's see if you can see it right there. There is that little I want to say post. It's sort of like a tab there, and that's going to go into that slot right here on the side of the door. So that should, and I do stress should, be able to tab in there. Okay, now we're going to do the same with the other one. Ugh. See, one of the things about these door tabs is that they tend to be a pain in the ass because there's not enough clearance. Okay, well, now one thing, now there is storage for the weapons. You can put them up here like so. Or you can put the shoulder mounted missiles on either side. But especially for it being a robot in disguise, yeah, that's going to look very off. Alrighty. So there he is in vehicle mode. I'm going to zoom in there. Now, give me a moment. I should have gone ahead and done this, but give me a moment while I go ahead and bring out his Masterpiece version as well as his Wavemate. Alrighty, there they are, Smokescreen and Bluestreak, and as you can tell, they are looking very, very awesome. One thing that, and I think there have been others that had, made this concern about it, is that these pieces right here, they just show off very, very, I don't know how to put it. Basically, you're able to see them, and even if the windows are tinted, you're still able to see this. If you just ignore it, it's not that bad, but it is noticeable. So again, this is how come I'm mentioning that perhaps Toy Hacks will make some repo labels, for the windshields and the windows that will cover that up. It's not, I'm not even sure how to put this. It's something that I wish that that Hasbro had looked into it a little bit more when designing the figure. But speaking of other figures, I'm going to also bring out the Masterpiece version. Now, that's not to say that little image or that little issue with the internal parts showing is not apparent in the Masterpiece, because it is. But as you can tell, and I'm going to go ahead and move Smokescreen out of the way. And this is what I was talking about earlier, where Hasbro did not bother with painting the rims. So, like I said, I may go ahead and take off the wheels and just paint the center blue piece silver along with the rims. So we'll see what happens from there. But as you can tell, wow, if we put them side by side in a way, you can tell that, he is. I mean, you see the little spoiler here, which the masterpiece doesn't have, but it is a very nice rendition of a Bluestreak in both sides. So, wow. So let's go ahead and take a quick look at them transformed, and I'll be right back. Alright folks, I am back, and there they are. We got Bluestreak, Smokescreen, and they are looking, like I said before, they are looking fucking awesome, man. With the exception of Smokescreen, basically Bluestreak, Prowl, and I think Barricade will have the same design. Smokescreen is the only one that basically has a different front grille there, which is pretty cool. It gives him, he's on his own. As you can tell, the transformations are pretty much the same. Head sculpts are a little bit different depending on the character. Of course, color schemes, naturally. But the weapons themselves, too, are a lot different. In terms of color schemes. Now, with Bluestreak and Smokescreen, they have the same weaponry all the way around. With Prowl, I don't know. I have to go back and check on that if they still have the same ones, because I do know that that only the toy version had the shoulder cannons, and that was uniform among them all. But in the cartoon, the shoulder cannons for Bluestreak are a lot different than the shoulder cannons for Prowl, and that's if you actually show those off, because if I know the Masterpiece version of Prowl, that one gives you the option of tucking those shoulder cannons away. But like I said before, when it comes down to the transformation, it's very similar to the way the Masterpiece turns out. There's some differences, to say the least, because of the scale. But along the legs, they got that hollow part among them all. And that's due to the transformation. Because the thighs basically collapse in there. Very much like the G1 version. The only difference is that, in this particular case, like I said, it doesn't slide in because of the articulation. It will slide in when you have to go ahead and tuck those thighs inside the calves during the transformation process. But even the Masterpiece version has that option too. So, I mean, like I said, these guys are awesome. I so like them. On a scale of 1 to 10, I would have to go ahead and give Bluestreak. Go ahead and get him situated. Oh, I should say Earthrise Bluestreak. I would probably have to go ahead and give him a 9. Mostly the hollowness is not that much of a big issue. It is understandable because it is part of the transformation. What really took it off was the clear plastic that make up the windows to where you can see the inside. Like I said, not to be like I said before, not to be nitpicky, but that's going to deter away. I mean, it'll be very rare that I actually keep these guys in their vehicle modes, but when I do, the last thing I want is to see the interior, unless you're actually seeing, the dashboard, the the steering wheel or the leather bucket seats, you know. So but other than that, I mean, that's it. I mean, like I said, Bluestreak is an awesome looking character. I really like him. I really like how they did him in this case. So to just tear a page from Patriot Prime's book here, does an Earthrise Bluestreak belong in your own collection? If you are collecting this series, yes. If you have the opportunity to find one at your local Walgreens, grab them. If you're able to find two, grab two. Hey, you know, for those of us that are collectors, we like to have one out of the box, one in the box. Now, granted, I don't have a whole hell of a lot of room in my apartment now, so a lot of the figures I do review wind up going back into the box and put aside. So, but I mean, man, this has been an awesome looking figure. I am so grateful I wound up, finding out and picking him up, because I don't think I would have an opportunity like that again. Granted, my better half would tell me, "Oh, you'll find it later." Yeah, at 3 times the price. But I'm grateful. I'm grateful for the friends I have that that helped me along the way, in my collecting and everything. So yes, I am grateful for this. So let me ask you all, do you happen to have one yourselves? Were you able to find one? And if so, do you like them? Do you hate them? Leave me your thoughts on this in the comment section down below. Like, share, subscribe to this channel. As I've always said, every like, every view, every share, every subscription helps out my channel immensely. I'd like to, if nothing else, I know I've been doing this since last year and trying to reach 100. That's a milestone for me right now. Now, so far, the last time I checked my YouTube analytics, I currently have, I think, 40 subscribers. And I think it's because of the changes I've made over the past year, which is being able to at least produce upload a new video once or twice a week. So I like to go ahead and continue doing this. I do have a Patreon, though I have yet to put anything on there except for a couple of videos. So if you have any suggestions on how to improve that, let me know in the comment section below. I do appreciate all constructive criticism, all suggestions. I mean, I make these videos because I want to share my love of toys. Hence the name of my channel, I Heart Toys. Because I mean, I'm just a big kid that basically never grew up. I think we all are. For a lot of us collectors, there's that part of us that just does not want to let go. Yes, we do the adulting thing. We go out to work, we go out and pay bills and stuff like that. But there's a lot of us that, want to still hang on to the kid in us all. And I'm hoping that a lot of us adult kids, enjoy these videos, and would like to go ahead and continue watching my videos as well as making suggestions on what I can do. So if y'all have any ideas on how I can improve this channel, again, leave your suggestions in the comment section below. I also have additional information in the description on if you wish to go ahead and you know send fan mail, send artwork, send a figure you would like for me to review. Information on how you can do that is located down below. So there he is, Earthrise Bluestreak. And before I give my customary farewell for today, I'd like to wish everyone a safe, blessed, and successful new year here in 2020. I'm sorry, 2021. I gotta get used to saying 21 now. So this is Phoenix Draconis, and I will catch you all on the flip side. Peace.